Hello everyone. Hello. Thank you for tuning in to this video. Now I want to share with you, this is allegedly, but it's an article coming from the Independent where Trump supporters conducted armed door-to-door visits to intimidate voters. And it's a lawsuit out here that they claim. So civil rights groups in Colorado are suing a group of conservative political activists, some who were said to be armed for alleged voter intimidation. Can you imagine people coming to your door and trying to intimidate you to vote for Donald Trump, and they're armed with some type of weapon? That's kind of scary. So the group of conservative activists were reportedly working with the U.S. Election Integrity Plan, a group that organizes canvassers. According to the lawsuit, the group said three of its leaders allegedly violated the Voting Rights Act by using intimidating, threatening, and coercive conduct in the course of its actions. Now, you know you're not supposed to use any type of, threats, or you're not supposed to coerce people or intimidate them, whether it's trying to get a union started, where your employer, where you work, where you're employed at, whether you're trying to get people to vote for a particular party or a particular individual. That is illegal to do, and it's a violation of the Voting Rights Act when you do that. So this is what they're saying allegedly happened, and it says the canvassers in question visited homes, allegedly in neighborhoods where many people of color lived, and went door to door interrogating people on what they claimed was a fraudulent presidential election. According to the Huffington Post, the lawsuit claims the canvassers presented badges when they approached people's homes and were encouraged to carry weapons during their outings. The group is said to have confronted voters for allegedly casting fraudulent ballots and took photos of individuals' homes. Now, you know that's intimidation. But you know, Jenny Thomas said by any means necessary. And that's what she told Mark Meadows in the text message or whatever, by any means necessary. So the lawsuit claims the organization used the tactics in Colorado as well as other states. Well, I didn't have anyone come to my door, but you know what? They need, yeah, but you know what? I think there are some people out here, like me, that's listening to this video. Homie, don't play that. So U.S. election integrity plan was reportedly started by supporters of former President Donald Trump following his 2020 election loss, and spread after he began to push conspiracy theories that the election had been stolen. Isn't that what Jenny was pushing, those conspiracy theories? Those claims have been roundly debunked and have resulted in lawsuits for his most vocal proponents. Both former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani and Mike Pillow CEO Mike Lindell are facing lawsuits from Dominion Voting for defaming the company by claiming it was complicit in election fraud activities. They need to be sued. Mr. Lindell is among the funders of U.S. election integrity plan, according to the lawsuit. Defendants' objectives are clear, the suit claims, by planning to, threatening to, and actually deploying armed agents to knock on doors throughout the state of Colorado. USEIP is engaging in voter intimidation. The group recently released a Colorado canvassing report which claims there were substantial irregularities in the state's election and called for a full forensic audit of the entire election system. But that still doesn't give you the right to go door to door harassing people, and especially people of color, which we are less protected than any other group. You don't have no right to do that, regardless of what you think. Go through the proper channels to have it investigated, but to go door to door armed like you're going to kill people, like you're going to assault people, and taking pictures of people's homes to intimidate them, man, oh man, oh man. It's almost like saying, okay, pull up over here if you want to. But I'm just saying, because it's like, really, that you did that to these people, and some of them probably was elderly, that you was up here harassing folks. They need to be, yeah, there's a lawsuit, but if they find out that they actually did it, then they need to face a grand jury too. Because this stuff is really, really out of hand. So Republicans in Arizona launched a similar audit to disastrous results, costing taxpayer money and ultimately revealing what was already established fact that Joe Biden won the 2020 election. So they ought to make everybody that launched a similar audit, they ought to make them pay that money back. Every taxpayer, they need to figure out how much taxpayer money was spent, divide that by the population of the people, and give them that money back. Send them a check in the mail or deposit it directly into their accounts based on the IRS or however you do it, because this needs to stop. This is ridiculous. And and I understand there are people that somebody else might have wanted in office too, whoever. But do we result to this kind of foolishness? This is just America. Woo, just a laughing stock of the country here. Can you imagine this? So ridiculous. But we're living to see this nonsense. We're living to see this foolishness. So the group also appears to have some ties to the QAnon conspiracy theory. On its website, the group says the republic is at stake if we don't first fix our elections. It's up to us to create change at the local level. Now, we are the plan. So reference the plan is likely a reference to QAnon, whose believers insist the plan is a secret operation directed by Mr. Trump to root out the deep state and reveal that Democrats and anyone else they oppose are actually demonic pedophilic cannibals or pedophile cannibals secretly controlling the world. Really, Donald Trump? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're the one demonic. There are some demonic people out here, and if you calling other folks demonic, be careful what you call other people, because you have acted demonic yourself. So don't try to call other people something that you have acted yourself. You have behaved in a way okay. So the website also uses the phrase, "We are the storm," another nod to QAnon, who believe an event called the storm will occur in which all of their political opponents will be tried and either imprisoned or executed. The lawsuit ultimately wants an injunction to stop the group by invoking Section 11B of the Voting Rights Act and Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871. So, people, we need to just really think about this. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, this is something in our judicial, excuse me, in our voting system, and in politics. This is really, um, this is not good, you know. And the more that we are finding things out, but the truth shall always set you free, and the truth will always come out in due time. It might take some time for the truth to come out, but it will come out. And it's really sad that it has had to get to this. But that just goes to show you how many people are easily persuaded to go out and commit crimes. Even if you wanted Trump in office, you know right from wrong. And there's a lot of people wanted Trump in office, but they didn't go out and commit crimes. They didn't participate in the assault on the Capitol. They didn't instigate things like Jenny Thomas did. And look at these supporters that went around allegedly conducting arm-to-arm door visits and intimidating people, especially in the colored neighborhoods where they went in and was intimidating and threatening them. This has got to stop, this intimidation and threatening people. People have a right to vote for who they want to. That is their rights under the Voting Act, right? And for people to do that, it is truly wrong. And something has got to change all the way around. And it's not just in our voting system, but also in the judicial system, even on our jobs. People say that there was changes made with the George Floyd thing, but they not living by that either. It's a lot going on. And so we do have to stay prayerful. As I said, stay prayerful. As I said in a previous video, we have got to stay prayerful, a pattern of praying. And that goes for, our families, our leaders, our teachers, all types of things. We have to stay prayerful. So what you think about this, go off in the comments respectfully. And then here's the disclaimer, for you to read that, but you already know the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So hey, this is what we are facing in today's American system. It's supposed to be a multicultural country, but we're steady facing things like this.